11 is chemistry and society. So the idea behind this class is you're not a science major, you're a liberal arts major, but you need a science class with lab. And so this class will cover that, will meet that requirement for you. So I realize that many of you are just checking off a box. I'm going to try to make it interesting for you. So that's what this course is. If you're a STEM major or an allied health major, allied health majors usually take Chem 100. If you're a STEM major, you probably should be starting in Chem 152. So it's really important. You can talk to me, you can talk to a counselor, but a lot of times students end up in the wrong class for various reasons. And so I don't want you to waste your time taking a class that you don't need. So this class is a lot of fun because you're not going to learn in a one semester course really in-depth stuff because we just don't have time for that. We're going to cover a lot of different topics and we're just going to scratch the surface. But what I do hope you'll get out of this course is at least enough a feel for if things make sense or not, and just at least a starting point for discussion on a lot of ideas. And of course you can do and a framework in which to deal with scientific information. All right? And you can read the course description, course objectives. The textbook is written by the American Chemical Society, and so it's not necessarily the best in the world, but it's the best I could find for this course. So it is available in the bookstore. You can use an old edition as well, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. My office is in MS 415K, and my office hours are Monday and Wednesday from 8 to 9 in the morning, and then 11 to 12. Tuesdays from 10 to 11, also usually Thursdays from 10 to 11. The best way to talk to me is face-to-face, but other than that, I do prefer email, so my email address is right here. Okay. Let me talk about the website in a few minutes. I saw the Canvas site, so let me just go to attendance and withdrawal. So we're going to meet from 12:45 to 2:10 in MS 322. All right, Mondays and Wednesdays. It's important that you attend class because any assignments I give, I'm going to tell you about them in class. I don't send out a lot of announcements on Canvas. This is not an online class. This is a face-to-face class. So everything you're going to turn in will be turned in class. And like I said, homework assignments, a lot of due dates are going to be announced in class. I don't use the calendar function on Canvas because it makes the class more fluid. So it's very, very important that you're in class so you know when all that stuff is. And you get all the great stuff of being in class, right? Please do remember, and also students do better if they're in class. Please remember the drop date is October 27th. I don't want anyone to drop, but if you're enrolled after October 27th, you will receive a letter grade. So it's important that you make that decision by then. After, you can get a W up to October 27th. After that, you will receive a letter grade. And I don't drop students usually. I assume students are going to do that on their own, so it's on you. Okay, as I said, lecture material is all going to be in person. So all due dates for all assignments will be given in class. So the way this class is graded, there's going to be 5 short in-class discussions, except the first one, because the first one we weren't there for the first day. They'll be posted on Canvas, and it's just going to be, I'm going to put a discussion question up on the wall, and you take out a piece of paper, and there's not really a right or a wrong answer. It's just get your thoughts down, and then you'll turn it in before you leave. Okay, there's going to be 5 of them, okay? So I think, yeah, there'll be 5 and I throw out the lowest. Okay, homework, there are 12 of them. I'm going to count the best 11. And these are to be turned in class. And what I'll do is I'll say this homework is due on such and such a date, and they're embedded in the Canvas site. All right, now the way I grade, and so the way homework questions look, I'll show you on Canvas. Okay. But basically, when you click on the homework questions, it's going to come up as a bunch of questions, and then there's some book questions. And you just get a separate sheet of paper and write your name, question 1, here's the answer. Question 2, here's the answer. You don't really need to write out the questions. If you want to, you can. I prefer them just written by hand. And again, turned in class, not through Canvas. I don't even have it set up to do that. Okay, the way I grade homework is it's 10 points, 5 points just for doing it, and then what I do is I pick 5 questions to spot check. And when I'm done, what I do is I just pick 5 questions and grade them, and they're either right or wrong. Now, how are you going to know what about the other questions I didn't grade? The answer keys to the homeworks will be posted, and I'll show you where they will be on Canvas. Now, I do like things turned in on time. So if you turn it in after the due date, and again, the due dates will be announced in class. If you turn it in after the due date, I will take a couple points off. However, if you talk to me, if you say, hey, if you're going to be out sick, or you're struggling with something, you need a little bit more time, if you shoot me an email and you say, can I give it to you late? The answer is almost always going to be yes. But I do want the communication. I just want you to ask. All right, so please, please, please work with me. You don't want to get behind, but I get it. Sometimes things come up. Okay, of the 12 homework assignments, I'll count the best 11. In addition, there are some reading assignments. 1 or 2 of them will be done in class. But what these are, it's an article I found in the newspaper or in a journal, and it's read this, answer these questions. And I will post those as they come up. And typically, you'll get a week to do them. There's 6 of those. They're 10 points each. I will count the best 5. And then there are 4 lecture exams and a final. And the exams will be true, false, multiple choice, and some short answer, that kind of thing. All right. The exams are 100 points each. The dates of these are in the schedule. They may move, but that's in general where they are. Now, of the exams, I'm going to use the same formats. So I have 5 true, false, 10 multiple choice. True, false are 2 points. Multiple choice are 10 points. Are 4 points, excuse me. So that's 50 points, and the other half will be short answer or whatever, balancing equations, things like that. All right. Of these, I will throw out the lowest of the 4 midterm exams, but I will not throw out the final. And the final is the same format as the other exams. I have old exams posted on the Canvas site, and again, I'll show you all that stuff. Makeup exams, there's not a facility on campus for this, so you have to schedule it with me, and I do want an email from you before the exam is due, before the exam date. So, and again, if you're in such bad shape that you can't shoot me an email in the year 2023, then your problem is way bigger than your chemistry class. So, stop the bleeding, and when you recover, we'll take care of it. All right. So, and again, I'll work with you, but I need to hear from you. Okay. Final. Remember, everybody takes the final. Okay. And here's the grading scheme. So there's 5 discussions. I count the best 4. There's 12 homeworks, I count the best 11. There's 6 reading assignments, I count the best 5. There's 4 exams, I count the best 3, and the final. So that's 580 points, and I use a 90, 80, 70 scale. All right, any type of disability, I need to know about it. So you want to go through the disability students, programs, and services. And they have paperwork, and if you think you may have a disability, you should definitely talk to them. It's only your business and my business, so you don't need to stand up in front of the class or anything like that. It's private. All right. And then for the rest of you, anything I can do to help you, let me know, and I'll do the best I can. All right. I'll work with you. All right. Then, sometimes the discussions, we might do some things that some people may find controversial, so we're just going to be respectful of each other. That's, pretty standard. Okay, and I just want you, you're not going to be experts after a 1-semester survey course, but, you get the idea. All right, now, this is just some student success things. So first of all, come to class. That's the important thing. You can expect to put in some time outside of class, reading the textbook, doing the assignments. So it's really important that you budget your time. Be realistic about your life and how much time you have for your classes. Those of you in the lab, you've got the lab stuff to worry about. So be realistic. I know community college students, a lot of you have families, a lot of family obligations, a lot of you have jobs, trying to take a lot of classes, and you want to have some fun as well. So be realistic about how much time you have, because you don't want to get a bad grade and then have to deal with that. Your transcript's real. All right. Those of you in lab, take advantage of lab time. Read your textbook. Take notes in class. Maybe make some friends. Okay. Keeping up, doing the homework, right? And ask questions. That's my job. Anybody who doesn't want to answer questions should not become a teacher. Feel very strongly about that. All right, I think I have the policy number. I think they changed the policy number on this, but student behavior code of conduct stuff. Just, everybody treats everybody with respect. Everybody has the same rights and responsibilities in terms of education. So your education is not any more important than anyone else's, but it's equally important to everyone else's. So just be nice to each other and be respectful. The only thing that would be cheating in this class would be looking at someone else's exam during an exam. so don't do that. I don't know if I have anything in here about the internet, but I just want to caution you that the internet, especially in introductory material, can be a very dangerous place. There's a lot of misinformation, disinformation out there. There's also a lot of really good stuff, but it's like at a graduate level. So just be very careful. You can always ask me. All right, now the last thing is this is a schedule. I did put it here in the Canvas site as well. Okay, but you can see what we're covering each week. I also put where the material is in the last 3 editions of the textbook, 8th, 9th, and 10th, so you can find the information there. I do have exam dates in the schedule, but that's all I have. Homework, reading assignments, and in-class discussions are going to be just kind of threaded in there as we go. So like I said, other dates, I'm not going to use the announcements feature to tell you homework to do. You need to be in class. All right, now let me go through the website. Right, the fact that you're watching this video means that you've accessed the website because it's right. Well, when I'm making the video, it's not here yet. All right. Then what we have, this is just here's your syllabus, lecture schedule, student services link. I'm going to delete the Zoom link, and then these are all the lectures, and I'm going to go through the PowerPoints in class. The videos, you can watch them on your own. You never have to. Although I did say after you watch this video, I would like it if you would go through the scientific method, PowerPoints, and video, because that's what I would have done today, Monday, had we met in class. Also, before you do that video, click on this, answer the question on a piece of paper, bring it to class. I'd like you to do it before you read this because I'd like to get your thoughts before we start. And just bring it to class with you on Wednesday and turn it in. And if you didn't get it done, you know, obviously I'm going to be flexible about it. But I'm going to go through all of these slides in class. The videos are just me going through the slides. I actually did that during the pandemic. You're more than welcome to watch them, but you don't ever need to. You can see I have homework posted here, but they're not available right now because I haven't assigned them yet. Okay, there's other reading assignments and things, so those will all pop up. Some other things you'll see, these are all other modules. These are answer keys to homework. So once you do homework 1, I'm going to make this available to you. This will be the answer key to homework 1. And so that way, like I said, if I don't check number 8, how do you know if number 8's right? The answers will be posted here. I don't usually post the book question answers because the book question answers are in the book. Right? So these will all be available after when I return the homework. Okay, and then lastly, these are the exams that I gave last semester. Okay, final exam fall 22. I don't think we need that. Let me delete that right now, real quick. I just forgot to delete that one. Okay, but these are, actually I didn't need to do that. Let me delete it. There we go. These are the exams I gave last semester. So if you click on one of these, you can see what an exam actually looked like. Let's see if it'll come up because my computer's going kind of slow right now, but it looks like it's going to, yeah, there you go. Give it a minute. But this is the exam I gave last semester over this information. It doesn't want to come up right now. But it's, oh, here it comes. It's the exam I gave with the worked out solutions. Now, I don't recycle my exams, but the same person who wrote this exam is writing the next exam. So, you know, you could probably assume some of these questions may very well appear on the next exam. There might be new questions, but you can get a feel for what the types of questions I might ask are. We'll do usually we will do a review before the exam in class. And these are going to stay up all semester until when you take your exam 1, and I give it back to you, I'll delete the old exam 1 and I'll have the answer key to your exam here. Right? That way when you get the exam back, you can kind of see, oh, I got number 6 wrong, what was wrong with that, and you'll see what the right answer was. Anyway, I think that covers everything else that I wanted to cover on this video. So I'm going to get this up and I'm going to get it posted. And again, after you watch, when you're done, I would really appreciate it because we kind of lost a day here. If you could do this, what is science discussion, just write on a piece of paper, write your answer, you know, a paragraph or 2, and then go through this set of slides And this video on your own, if you could do it between now and Wednesday. I'm not going to do this in class, but there will be questions on it. Everything else I'm going to do in class. Have a great rest of your day. Sorry again about not being able to meet you on Zoom. There was some technical problems that I don't even know what the problem was, but I couldn't get it fixed. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.